Hello everyone. Today I'll start with chapter partnership accounts. First introduction. It is a very basic chapter of partnership accounts. So let's discuss about the meaning of partnership. Partnership is an agreement between two or more persons for achieving some specific objectives by carried business by all or any one of them who acted for all. So partnership is a mutual agreement between the person who start their partnership. The partnership is made for achieving the some specific objectives, and the business of partnership is carried by all the partners or any one of them who is acted for all. So the person who entered in the business individually called partner, collectively called a firm. Business carried on under Partnership Act 1932 with firm name. Any individual person who start the business is called partner, and the person means two and more person who collectively start the business is makes a firm, and the business carried on under the particular act. This act is Partnership Act 1932 with firm name. Next, let's discuss about the features of partnership. There are some features of partnership. Firstly, agreement. As we know, the partnership is an agreement. There is a mutual agreement between the person who start the business, and these agreements make in oral sense as well as in written sense. So this agreement is used for the further details or used for further evidence purpose. So agreement is an unnecessary that is made between the two or more person who starts the business. Second, plurality of persons. There is a plural sense, means any one person cannot start the partnership, so there is two or more than the two person who starts the business of partnership. There is a plurality of persons, matlab more than one person. Third point, lawful business. As partnership comes under Act 1932, so it's a lawful business. Any person can sue the partnership. Any person can sued by the other person. Fourth point, sharing of profit. As a known partnership means sharing the profits and losses in equal proportion as well as in the proportion of their capital ratio. As two and more person jointly offers the capital to the business, so they share the profit in that ratio, in which ratio they share the capital in the business. Fifth point, unlimited liability. Liability of partners is unlimited. Even their personal property is liable in case of any problem of business. In case there is a huge losses in the business, so their personal property is also liable for achieving or for fulfilling that losses. Sixth point, collective management. As there is no one person starts a business, so more than two persons and more than one person, so it is called collective management. All the person collectively manage their business, collectively take decisions, collectively controls the business, collectively doing some activities in the business, so it is a collective management. Seventh one is an act, so it's come under Act Partnership Act 1932. So it is in a particular act that is considers the roles, responsibilities, duties of the partners, and some of the privileges also mentioned in particular act. So partnership agreement is made under this particular act, the Partnership Act 1932. Next, eighth one is registration. Registration of partnership is not compulsory, as it is a voluntary act of the partners that they want to register their partnership firm or they want to register their partnership. It is upon the partners. Ninth one is a voluntary association. It is a willful act of the partners. Any one person who joins the partner, it is a willful activity, so it is a voluntary associations. There is no legal formalities or no any presence for making the partnership firm. It is your voluntary act to do the business or not to do the business. 10th point was not transferability of interest. In the partnership firm, no one partner can transfer their interest to any other person without the consent of all the partners. So consent of all the partners is necessary for transferring the interest to anyone. Not transferability of interest, there is no transferable any of profits, any of losses, any other thing to other person, those who are not in the partnership firm. So features of partnerships are completed. Next, there is an important document that is called partnership deed. Partnership deed is a major part of partnership act. Partnership deed is in simple words, we know it is a type of agreement between the partners. It is an instrument that's drafted and signed by the partners for defining the various rules and regulations of the firm. As the partnership deed is an agreement between the partners, those who starts the business. It is an instrument that is drafted, that is made in written form or in oral form, and that was signed by all the partners individually, and for defining the various rules. In the partnership deed, there are the various rules and regulations for starting the business, for making in proper sense, how to achieve the objectives. All these points are mentioned in the partnership deed. It is generally known as an agreement of the partners. Next, we discuss the contents of partnership deed, and how many types of contents and how many rules and regulations or points are mentioned in the partnership deed. First point is name of firm. As what is name of your firm is mentioned in the partnership deed. It is in a very first step, name of firm. Second, place of business, where you start your business, and where the place of the business for doing the some specific objectives. The place of business is mentioned in the partnership deed. Third one is nature of business. Nature of business means type of business, which type of activities you run in your business, like manufacturing, trading, buying, selling. All these activities are mentioned in the partnership deed. Fourth point was duration of partnership, like how much time the partnership is legally formed. Matlab how much time you should start your business, like 1 year, 2 year, for some months only. These all points are mentioned in the partnership deed. Fifth one is contribution of capital. As capital contributed by all the partners are mentioned in the partnership deed, like A contributed 10,000, B contributed 5,000. So all partners like 2 or 3 partners, those contributed the capital is mentioned in the partnership deed. 6, interest on drawings and capital. How much interest is paid on capital or drawings is mentioned in the partnership deed. For example, 5% on drawings and 6% on capital. 7th point, partner salary, fees, commission. How much salary is charged to individual partner is mentioned in partnership deed. How much fees like for some activities, some extra fees is charged to the partner, so this should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Commission for doing this some extraordinary activity, some commissions are paid for an individual partner on their work, so this commission is also mentioned in the partnership deed. 8.1, partners drawings and capital. How much capital contributed in the partners mentioned in the partnership deed, as well as how much amount they withdraw from their capital is also mentioned in the partnership deed. How much capital is withdrawn by the partner is called drawing. 9th point, bank account. Which bank account followed by the partners, and there is a common bank account in which the transactions related to relating to some payments, some receipts are mentioned in this account, so bank account is mentioned. 10th was accounting period like 1st April to 31st March. Which period you followed, calendar year followed or annual year followed? Is your financial year, and it's your annual year like calendar year. Last point, duties, rights, powers of partners. All the duties of partner on individual basis, on a collective basis, regarding to firm, regarding to the outside parties, duties are mentioned, rights are mentioned, roles, responsibilities, powers, all are mentioned in the partnership deed. So it's a complete concept of partnership deed as well as the content of partnership deed. Next point was rules applicable in the absence of deed. If there is a no partnership deed, which privileges are mentioned to the partners? Like when the partners don't made any partnership deed in oral sense or in written sense, what type of the privileges are given to the partner in absence of partnership deed? First was, the partners share the profit and losses in equal contribution. If there is nothing is mentioned about the contribution of profits and losses, in which ratio is this equally or not, then the partner always contribute their profit and losses in the equal proportion, like ratio 1:1. If two partners, if three partners, 1:1 equal proportion. B point, no interest on capital or drawing. If there is nothing mentioned about the partnership deed, then there is a no interest is charged on capital as well as on drawing. There is no interest, zero. Next, C point, if the partnership deed is missing, then the 6% interest charge on loan. If any loan is taken from the partners, then the 6% interest is charged on them. It's compulsory. Last point, no remuneration. Remuneration like salary. No salary is given to partners, no commission, no bonus. If there is nothing mentioned about the partnership deed or there is no partnership deed, then there is a no salary to the partners. So only two privileges are there in the absence of partnership deed. These two privileges are, the partners share the profit and losses in equal proportion, and second one, the partner charge the interest on loan is 6%. These two privileges. Other things are no value, zero. Next, under the partnership account, there is some specific accounts that are made for the numerical point of view. First main important point is considered like profit and loss appropriation account. Appropriation means distribution, how much distributions in the partners, like salary distributed to partner, commission distributed to partner, profit, losses, anything that is distributed among the partners are mentioned in the profit and loss appropriation account. This account is made for making the appropriations, equal appropriations among the partners. This account is related to the distributions of partners. The account is related to distribution of partners. It is an extension of profit and loss account. All indirect expenses are debit or indirect incomes are credit. It is prepared according to the terms and conditions of partnership deed. So appropriation account is an extension of profit and loss account. As we discussed the profit and loss account in your previous syllabus, it is an extension. It is more valuable than the profit and loss account, and it is a further extension of profit and loss account. All the indirect expenses, those are related to your profit and loss account, are indirect expenses are on debit side and indirect incomes are on credit side, as a rule of your nominal account. Nominal account means all the incomes are credit or all the expenses are on debit side. So profit and loss appropriation account is prepared on the basis of your partnership deed, as how much the contribution is mentioned about their salary, about their capital, about their interest on drawing, interest on capital. All the contributions are mentioned in the partnership deed. So on the basis of partnership deed, you should prepare your profit and loss appropriation account. So next was performer of your profit and loss account. Profit and loss appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation account, as we know, is a nominal account. So let's start from the balance of profit and loss account. If there is a loss in the profit and loss account, then it should come on debit side. If there is a profit on profit and loss account, then it should come on credit side. So starts with this balance. If there is loss, so write on debit side. If there is a profit, write on credit side. As we know, debit all expenses or losses, so loss on debit side, and incomes are on incomes, profits or gains are on credit side, so profit on credit side. Next, buy interest on drawing. Interest on drawing means it is an income for a business firm, for partnership firm, as if the partner withdraw from the business any of amount from their capital, then they charge the interest on their drawings. For example, if EA withdraws the 50,000 rupees from the business from their capital, then the firm charge 6% interest on their drawing. So interest on drawing is as a income for the business firm or partnership firm. Next was buy fine charge from partners. Any fine, any work that is not according to the rules and regulations, according to the terms and conditions that were done by the partners, so the firm charge the fine from the partners. So fine is also a income for the business firm. Next, come on the debit side. First, to net loss, as we discussed. Next was net to interest on capital. Interest on capital is a basic expense for the partnership firm, because capital is contributed by the partner, but interest is charged by the firm, that capital that was contributed by the partners. So interest is a source of income for partners, not for firm. So it is a basic expense for the partnership firm, as profit and loss appropriation account is prepared by firm, not by partners. Prepared by firm, not by partners. So for making the profit and loss appropriation account, we should consider the points on the basis of firm, not on individual basis. On the basis of firm, we should consider according to firms, those are expenses are come on debit side, and those are incomes come on the credit side. So next was to salary, as salary is given to the partner or given by the firm. So for firm, salary is a source of expense. So if there is a 3 partners, so making the point A, B, C, and write down their salaries. Next one, to commission, as salary is an expense of the business. Next, commission is also the expense of business, because commission is a source of income for partner. For firm, it becomes as expense. To fee to partner, any fees for particular legal work or any other legal work is paid to the partner, is also expense for the partnership firm, so it come on debit side. Next, to bonus, any bonus is paid to the partner above from their profits, like profits are paid to the partners, any above income or any above percentage of profits are paid to the partners is called bonus. Next, to amount transferred to the reserve, as a reserve means any proportion of the profits that are set aside for used for making usable in their future, any contingency, in any contingency. So amount transferred to the reserve is also expense for firm, because these part of proportion is not used for the further proceedings. So reserve is a proportion of amount that is used in only some basic contingencies or some unforeseen situation. So amount transferred to the reserve also come on debit side as an expense. So let's consider this following account, then making the balance. If the balance come on this side, then it is to share of profit. Matlab, if balances come on this side, then it become the profits, and profit is contributed to the partners in equal proportion. If there is 2 partner, then contributed among them 2. If there is 3 partner, then contributed among 3 partners, and written as partners capital count. For example, A's capital count, B's capital count, C's capital count. Mention their proportion, like ratio 3 to 1. So A's share is 3, B's share is 2, and C's share is 1. So amount of profits is contributed among all of them in their ratio. Next, if there is an this side is amonger or more than this side, then balances come on this side by share in loss. If balance is on this side, then it is in a loss, and loss is also distributed among the partners like we distributed the profits, like in ratio 3:1, then balancing both the figures. So it's all about your profit and loss appropriation account. Next we discuss one of the numerical problem that is related to your profit and loss appropriation account. As A and B are partners with their capital 80,000 and 60,000 respectively. Means A's capital 80,000 and B's capital 60,000. Interest on capital is 12%. Interest on drawing is 10%. Monthly salary. Per month salary paid to A 2,000 per month and to B 3,000 per month. Profit before making any adjustment is 1,300,000. Like it is your net profit which comes from your profit and loss account. Next, drawings of A 40,000 per year and drawings of B 50,000 per year. Interest on drawing for A is 2,000 and for B is 2,500, as the interest on drawing is calculated in the sum. So let's solve this sum, profit and loss appropriation account. As we know, there is an into interest on capital. Interest on capital is calculated as there is 80,000 capital of B and interest is 12%, so it's come 9,600. Or B's capital is 60,000, 12% interest is 7,200, as we written it as interest on capital. A's interest on capital 9,600, B's interest on capital 7,200. Total capital or total drawings not mentioned in the profit and loss appropriation account, because capital or drawing is not your appropriation. Appropriation means distribution that was paid or received by the firm. Next, salary. To salary, A salary 24,000, 2,000 per month, 12 months in the year, so it become 24,000. B salary 3,000 per month into 12, 36,000. So its total salary 24,000, 36,000, 60,000. All the figures are mentioned like this: A's distribution, B's distribution, A's distribution, B's distribution. Next, by, as we know, we start some numerical by net profit. By net profit is given 1,300,000. So income side net profit is 1,300,000. Next, interest on drawing. Interest on drawing is given in your sum, but it is calculated like this. As your drawings are 40,000 and 50,000. A's drawings are 40,000. B's drawings are 50,000. Interest on drawing is given 10%, 10 by 100, 10 by 100. But by calculating this, you shouldn't take answer like this. So always interest on drawing is calculated on half yearly basis. There are some methods of calculating the interest on drawing, but if there is nothing mentioned about interest on drawing, how much year, how much months paid earlier, paid on first day, paid on last day, then there is a method for 6 months. Always calculating the interest on drawing by this method. Always put 6 by 12 by calculating interest on drawing. So calculating this, as we get 2,500, so 2,000, or this one is 2,500. So we should calculate the figures that were given in your question: 2,000 drawing interest and 2,500. By, so your sum is completed, nothing is left. So make the total. This side total is 104,800, and this side total is 60,000 plus 9,600 plus 7,200. So this side total is 76,800. So difference is 76,800 0,008,2 28,000. So balance left on debit side, so it's your net profit, and balance left is 28,000. 28,000 is your balance. So contributed the balance in their capital ratio, as their capitals are 80,000 or 60,000. Make a ratio of their capital. 80,000 ratio 60,000. As we calculate the ratio 86 by cutting this 4:3. So distributed a 28,000 in ratio 4:3. 28,000 multiply 4/7. 28,000 multiply 3/7, as calculated 4,000. So it's a 16,000 and 4,000, it's your 12,000. So it's the total contribution that were given to the partners in their proportion of profit. So this topic is completed. Thank you. Have a nice day.